The following program was previously recorded.
Community Spotlight on Z102.9.
Good morning. It's Community Spotlight on Z102.9. We have as our guest today the co-founder and CEO of Chains Interrupted, Teresa Davidson. Good morning, Teresa.
Good morning.
Working in a field that, myself included, probably didn't have a clue how, unfortunately, rampant this is, talking about the trafficking of people. You're better suited to talk about it than I am. Just in general, what is the goal? What's the mission? What's the aim of Chains Interrupted?
Well, Chains Interrupted contends for the freedom of youth against exploitation and human trafficking. And sadly, you're right. It's happening more often than we think in our community. And it looks a little different than most people expect.
When you say it looks a little different, how would you categorize that?
Well, most of the people think, of the movie Taken. So a young girl is kidnapped, tied up, locked away in a basement, definitely knows that they have been victimized and definitely wants out of the situation. A lot of times that can actually be the way it happens. Somebody can be kidnapped and forced and gun put to their head and knife to their throat, etc. So that definitely can happen. But the majority of the way that we're seeing it happen is through fake relationships. So someone thinks that they're in love. They have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a romantic partner. Someone thinks that they have a new family member, a new family that they found that is going to care for them like their biological family never did. A fake job where someone reaches out and says, you can do this, and then it's definitely not what they expected, or it's more than they expected. Or coercion, guilt, shame, loyalty, all of these things. So it makes it very complicated to identify and also very complicated to assist someone.
Among the programs and ways then that you're fighting on behalf of those who need help is a program called BRYX. I'm going to spell it first. It's BRYX. What is that program?
Yes. So BRYX is building resilience in youth against exploitation. And that's the primary focus of Chains Interrupted, is to prevent this from happening in the first place. Because if someone is victimized by human trafficking, the complex trauma that they experience is deep and just extremely difficult to overcome. And so preventing this is absolutely key. So we go into organizations that are already working with kids, schools, and Foundation 2, Four Oaks, Tanager Place, Lynn County Juvenile Detention Center, among others. And we provide prevention education for the kids. We also provide education for the staff, and we equip them in how am I going to identify someone that's being victimized by this? And then if I identify someone that's even potentially being groomed into this and hasn't been victimized yet, or has been victimized in the past, or is currently being victimized, what am I going to do? There's resources in the community. There's different resources around the nation. They are not aware of that. So we come in and equip them with education on how to identify and what to do, but also those resources. And then we work to fill in the gaps, because there's a lot of gaps in the resources in our community and nation.
Our guest this morning from Chains Interrupted, the co-founder and CEO, Teresa Davidson. You're talking a lot, Teresa, about keeping people safe.
Yes.
And there's ways that families can do it. There's ways kids can do it. We go back to the early days of kids on milk cartons when I'm growing up, right? And you're learning about Johnny Gosh, exactly, knowing ways to stay safe. And one of the ways you have is a safety fair for families, along with something called the Red Sand Rally. It's all coming up pretty soon, Saturday, July 27th. What's that event?
So we do a couple of things. The Red Sand Project is where we take environmentally friendly red sand, and we literally have people pour it in the cracks of the sidewalks and parking lots around to represent people that have fallen in the cracks in human trafficking.
So a really easy visual metaphor.
Yeah. And we take sidewalk chalk and write pre-approved messages about that. Then we take photos of all of this and post it on social media to just raise the awareness all around. We have people participating in this across the nation. We're really excited about that. But the safety fair part of it is where we'll have law enforcement, the FBI coming. People will be taking fingerprints. They will be teaching kids on how to stay safe online. We have a rally where there's multiple speakers, including myself, the Secretary of State, and a mother whose child was victimized in our own community. She's going to be speaking out about what happened to her daughter and, as a mother, her experience.
The Red Sand Rally and Family Safety Fair, Saturday, July 27th, all taking place in Marion in the Uptown Artway. Is this a pre-registration event or just kind of show up when it starts?
Everyone should just come. It starts at 10 o'clock with the rally, but we'll be there till 1, pouring sand and doing various things. Fingerprinting, martial arts will be there, many different vendors, and information on how to keep your kids safe.
Teresa Davidson in this morning, co-founder and CEO from Chains Interrupted. We've heard about BRYX. We've heard about the Red Sand Rally and Family Safety Fair. For all of this information and much, much more, where can we send them this morning?
Absolutely. Go to our website, www.chainsinterrupted.com. We have an events tab that'll show you all of the different things that are coming up that you can get involved in, volunteer with, but even more importantly, just educate yourself about this topic. We have public educational events that are offered to anyone, and they'll be on our website as well.
Thanks for coming in this morning, Teresa Davidson with Chains Interrupted.
Thank you.